Hey everybody, this is Captain Yeet here for you for the Young Justice Outsiders Season 3 episode review. This is going to be Young Justice Outsiders Season 3 episode 15 titled Leverage. So let's get into it. So the beginning of the episode starts off with Beast Boy recording his TV show and he's supposed to turn into a bird. And actually, they don't really mention this throughout the episode, but it's a cool little detail to it. Remember back in Season 2 where Beast Boy, Swell Boy McGann, and Dr. Adam, I think what his name was, went to that alien planet because that one alien knew about boom tubes and remember Captain Adam liked his daughter. I forgot the daughter's name. But when they went to that planet and Beast Boy saw an alien bird and turned into it. I know in that one movie where it was the Teen Titans versus the Justice League, then they fought then they fought the Trigon. They fought Trigon. I remember it's so that Beast Boy, depending on what planet he's on or whatever realm he's in, he can turn into the animals of that realm slash planet. I don't know if that's like an official thing in the comics or the lore, but he did turn into that alien bird back in season two, and every now and again he turns into that alien bird while on Earth. So I guess he can just gain a catalog. Obviously, he has all the Earth type of animals, but if he goes somewhere else, he can gain that type of animal and put it into his catalog. That's pretty cool. They don't make it like a big thing and nobody says it, but you see him turn into that same bird every now and again. But he turns into the bird, grabs a gun. It's an amazing take. Okay, they're about to go take five, but then Gregson Good comes over and tells the director to do it again. And Beast Boy gets really mad because he goes, "What are you kidding me? That was a good take." The director comes over, he goes, "Yes, I know it was a good take. I don't know what's her problem. You must have did something really good to make her mad. So why don't you just make amends?" "I can't make amends with her. I should just quit." "What?" So Beast Boy goes, "You know what? I might as well just quit." Now, the director tells him, "Whoa, whoa, player, you can't just quit because then we're gonna have to fire the whole crew. You're the main star. We're not gonna have a show without you." That's number one. Number two, Gretchen Good, she has your contract. So if you quit out of nowhere, I mean, she can sue you for everything you have. And Beast Boy understands this and gets really sad. I don't know if this was supposed to be a reference to anything, but when they first start the episode, when they're like, okay, this is take whatever, when they say this is take 16, 30, 26. So like they kept saying the number 16 a lot in the beginning. Then when they have to redo the take, they say 16 a lot, but this is take 17 now. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something, but they say the number 16 a lot when they were doing the takes. Then we get the title card. After the title card, we go over to Artemis. She's walking out of her house. We get this really cute scene with Leon where she goes, oh, she calls her Auntie Mouse. I don't know why she specifically calls her. Well, I know she calls her Auntie because it's not her mom, but Mouse, I don't know why she calls her Auntie Mouse, but she goes, "Hey, Auntie Mouse, look at this." Blah. She opens up her mouth while she's eating her food, and she goes, "Look, I'm a gross monster." It's a really cute scene with Leon. Red Arrow goes, "Oh, that's disgusting." "Yeah, I know." So he starts to do it with her, and then Artemis walks out the house, looks back at them really quickly, and then just walks out. Well, not really quickly, but she looks back and sees them, having fun with each other. It's a really cute scene. Leon is really funny. Like that, like last episode. Not me, not me. I thought that was really cute. That was really funny. It kind of sucks that Chesser isn't gonna be with them. Like that's so like. No, never mind. I was gonna get into it again, but that excuse he gave, I kind of understand it. And don't understand it, but it's whatever. Anyway, we go over to Artemis going over to the Watchtower. C's going to be running Gamma today because Miss Marston has to go do something else. And Beast Boy leans over to Ford just saying, "Hey, Gamma's always supposed to be like a covert, go in and go out type of mission, but it never ends up that way." Aqualad says, "Well, it better end up this way because we're going to Russia." Why and what are we going to Russia? Well, there's this secret Russian base where we can see that they're doing something with meta. Now, we don't exactly know what they're doing with meta. We don't know if they're making meta soldiers to fight against us. We don't know if they're doing meta trafficking like at Bedlam. We don't know. So the plan is to sneak in there, see what they're doing, and then report back, go in and go out. Try to make sure, please try to make sure they do not get caught because, well, this is Russia. We are not supposed to be over there because we're Americans. We get caught. It could be an international type of thing. So, please be as careful. Please be as careful as you can be. I do want to show this one nice shot when we get the backs, everybody looking at like the mission briefing of what's going on. And Aqualad is here too. I mean, I already said Aqualad's name, but Aqualad is here too, talking to the team about what they're going to do. Let me turn it back over here. Sorry, so I've been recording all day. I'm going out of town because my sister's supposed to be having a baby this weekend. So I've been pre-recording a ton of videos, and my back is kind of killing me now. But doing this on my third video, I'm recording. I got one more to do. So After that, we go over to the Meta Human Youth Center, and we see this one character we saw in the background a few episodes ago. And she tries to sneak out while in the auditorium while Ed's dad is talking. Now Ed goes, "Yeah," like stops her. "Yeah, my plan was to run away too, but you can't really run away from your powers. Why don't you just sit down and listen to what we have to say, and then if you want to still run away, you can just run away later." She goes, "Who are you?" And just stick around to find out. Then he teleports over to the main what's it called? The stage. He teleports over to the stage, and then him and his dad brings up a lot of good points for this meta human youth center. The meta human trafficking was like at the tip of my tongue. I'm not gonna lie, I almost said meta human trafficking, and I really like the moments between Windfall and Ed. I don't know how old Windfall is. It's only been 2 years since season two, so I'm assuming it's only a 2 years age gap, which isn't bad. So they could get together if they're feeling to develop. Do they? I don't remember if they do in this season or next season, but there were some moments together with them, so I hope they get together. They were sweet. So they bring up a few things that's going to be happening at this Meta Youth Center, which are really good. Number one, obviously you're going to have counseling. I mean, well, yeah. Number one, they understand what they've been through. It's not going to be easy. That's number one. Number two, they're going to have counseling. You can talk to Ed, Neutron, Miss Marson, Black Canary, anybody. We're going to be here for you. Number three, you set the pace. You can stay here for as long as you want, or you can leave instantly. We're not going to force you to rush through this, or we're not going to force you to leave early. You set the pace. Also, they say that you can wear inhibitor collars if you want to. Inhibitor collars are those collars that neutralize your powers, like in the Bell Red prison. If you want to wear it or not, we're not going to force you, which is good because if you force these kids to wear these things, they might feel like they're animals or caged up. So it's kind of good that they're like allowing them to wear them if they don't want to or not. They're setting the pace. Everything they're saying is really good. The only problem I can see with this is, oh yeah, and they also say that they're gonna obviously to do some training so they can train how to use their powers so they can go back into society or hurting anybody by accident. The only problem I can see with this is what if somebody says they have their powers somewhat under control to where they're not gonna hurt anybody, so they don't need the collar, but they're lying or they don't think they do, but they really do. Like let's say their power is like fire or lava, and their fire and lava is just like going all over the place. They're like, no, no, I'm good, and it's going all over the place. Or what if someone like Ed pops up to where they're teleporting stuff by accident, and they teleport me like 100 feet in the air by accident, but they keep saying they're good. At that point, I mean, we don't want to force you to get this thing on, but you're almost killing people. So what we gonna do here? What we doing here? Then we go over to Artemis's team. Everybody goes into Russa in completely white outfits, which are really cool. I love the white outfits here. Like this is the biggest problem that they're not supposed to be seen. That's why they're wearing white, and it is a lot of snow. But with most of their outfits, you see their whole face. So like, what are we doing? Like maybe we should get some masks for these guys. But hey, it's whatever. But it's a really cool scene to where Brion he uses his powers to make a gigantic lava hole so they can go underground, and then Terra summons a gigantic rock for everybody to jump onto so they can float. Beast Boy's in disguise so he can fly around as a bird. I like how everybody gets their own little icon on the contact lenses. Geoforce is just GF, which is kind of lame. Halo actually gets a cool little swirl with things, and Terra is just a T, sort of like the Teen Titans T, but I guess whatever. Anyway, they sneak in and then they use Halo's powers, the green effect, so they can like go invisible, and also they have the things in their ears so they can translate exactly what the Russian soldiers are talking about. Here's another really cool shot of the white outfits when they're sneaking in. It's just activating the green like holographic stuff so that they can like seem invisible. That was a cool shot. I love that shot so much. That was so dope. So anyway, after they do that, we see these two Russian soldiers, and it is getting translated. So basically, they're trying to make their own Russian Justice League with these Iron Man battle suits. But these Iron Man battle suits, they have to be grafted onto the body. Because as you see, the lady that's next to this guy already has it on. And the guy has on like tiny little bits of tech. But that big like container behind him is going to open up and have the battle suit that the lady's wearing. But these like specific like the shoes that she's wearing are gonna be drilled and grafted onto that guy's feet. That's why he has like the little piece of metal there. So they're gonna drill it into the metal, drill into his bone, and then he's gonna have that on. So that means he can never take this off. Now they're not forcing him to do it. He's willingly allowing himself to do this. He understands the risk, and they do say that he's going to be super drugged up when he gets this on, because obviously this is going to hurt like crazy when he puts this on. It's still crazy. That's the way you have to put this battle suit on, to drill it onto your body. But I mean, hey, he knows the risk. He knows what's going to happen, and he's okay with it. So he's about to go in to put it on, and now they're leaving. Now Brian goes, "Are we not going to stop this? They're trying to make their own Wrestling Justice League." Artemis goes, "That's not our problem." I mean, obviously, it would be a problem if they were like not like getting people unwillingly to do this, or they were also trying to do this to like be bad guys, like, we're gonna destroy the America. They don't really say that. It kind of seems like they are doing this with good intentions for Russia. So I mean, hey, they don't really have a problem with this, or they're just gonna sneak out and just report in. But now there's a problem. Beast Boy's flying around, and he sees Captain Boomerang, Black Manta, and Mala, that gorilla that was working with the brain. I keep wanting to say Gorilla Grodd, but it's not Gorilla Grodd. But Mala, that in the tree line with bazookas about to shoot the Russian base. Obviously, that's a problem. We need to handle that while they're trying to attack this Russian base. I love how all their contact lenses glow. I mean, they usually glow, because we saw it with Nightwing. Whenever they're looking at something that somebody else is showing, it glows. But we see all of them glowing while they're underneath the tunnel. That was cool. That was that was a really dope shot. I love that shot right there. So anyway, after that happens, we cut over to Marlo with a bazooka. He shoots the bazooka. Terra makes a gigantic earth wall to block the blast, but obviously it's a giant bazooka getting blown up, so the Russians can hear that. The lady flies out and tells the dude to, hey, come out when you're ready. And so he's about to put on his battle suit. So then Artemis's team jumps out, and so it's a battle royale. Our team versus their team, and they start to fight. Nothing too crazy happens in the fighting, but one crazy thing does happen while they're fighting. So the girl tells him, join when you're ready. He goes to put on the battle suit. There's a doctor off to the side. She's going to drug the dude up, but he goes, no, there's no time. I need to be battle ready. But then we see like a whole process scene, not too graphic, but we see some of the drills getting put into his feet. His back is getting tore up because he's getting grafted on, and he's yelling and screaming in pain. I'm like, dude, you're kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Now I kind of get what he was trying to say at first, that I need to be battle ready. If I'm all drugged up to put this suit on, I'm not gonna be able to fly around and help my partner with whatever's going on outside. That's true, but at the same time, you're in so much pain putting this on. You're not gonna be able to move around as freely as you want to, because you're in so much pain. I'm surprised he didn't pass out from the pain. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, he just starts to grab it onto his body. He's kind of dumb doing that. Here's another really cool shot of Team Gamma. That's the name of it. I was gonna call it Team Artemis, but no, it is Team Gamma. I do like how in the fighting that we can see that Halo has gotten a lot better with her powers. Cause anytime that she glowed yellow to shoot off the beams, she will always get blown back because of the recoil. But in this fight, whenever she's shooting her beams off, she doesn't get blown back. She's able to control it very well. That's amazing. Like, good job, Halo. She's been training like crazy. Anyway, yeah, they keep on fighting. Nothing too crazy happens in the fighting. One crazy thing does happen though to Halo. So she's fighting Captain Boomerang, and Captain Boomerang specifically tells her, "Hey, I have a proposition for you." Now, when he says that, she gets a flashback to her past when that one dude brought it up to her, and she gets freaked out. And she gets distracted, and Captain Boomerang's able to throw a boomerang right into her chest. Now, she's able to heal from this, but still, it went pretty deep into her chest, so she has to heal that up a lot. Then eventually, what's the names? No. Eventually, Black Manta says we have to fall back. Captain Boomerang throws down a smoke bomb boomerang. Then we go. I mean, not then we go. Then we see the Russian brigade, the Russian Red Brigade, those two people in the Iron Man suits. They fly over and tell everybody to stand down. Specifically, just the heroes, Team Gamma. The bad guys get away. I'm like, are you not gonna chase the bad guys at all? And what are you getting mad at them for? Like, obviously they didn't see them block that one shot. He's a really nice shot, but they didn't see them block that one shot. But still, I'm like, yo, why you like? Are you not gonna go after the other group? Because you don't really know who's good or who's bad. So why don't you go after the other group too? No, you're telling them to stand down. The bad guys are in the woods. They're looking down at the good guys surrendering, and Amanda Waller's on comms. They can tell obviously the Green Rhino is Beast Boy, and that's Brion because he has his whole face out. Like I say this every episode. Wear a mask, please wear a mask. They don't know who everybody else is. They do understand who Artemis is, but Halo and Terra, they don't know who they are. And it was really funny because Black Manta says, "Oh, okay, if it's them here, they must be a part of the team." Captain Boomerang's like, "What do you mean the team?" The team, Justice League has a secret covert team doing their dirty work. And then Captain Boomerang and Amanda Waller both say at the same time, "What? The Justice League have a covert team?" I had no idea. Like they were both really surprised, which is funny. Anyway, Captain Boomerang's like, "Well, I guess we're just gonna have to come back with some more backup." And he tries to leave. Then Amanda Waller activates like this sound thing inside of his head, and he starts to scream. She goes, "No, your mission was to come here and to defeat the Red Brigade, so and also to take their technology." Captain Boomerang goes, "What are we supposed to do?" If you haven't noticed, it's 6v3. We're outnumbered. She goes, "Don't test me, or I'm gonna have to use that thing in the back of your neck." And then we see an X on his neck. Obviously, this is the Suicide Squad. It's not the Suicide Squad that we know and love. This is like a little beta version, but it's the beginnings of the Suicide Squad. But Amanda Waller, what is your problem? You clearly see it is a 633, and they're packing some heavy artillery. Why are you why are you trying to get all big on Captain Boomerang, threatening to kill him? When it's 6v3. Like what are they supposed to do? Like she's just being ridiculous. So Black Manta goes, "So what about the children?" "I don't care about them. Take them out." Okay. So they're about to walk back out to fight again. We go back over to the Meta Youth Center, and Ed is talking to Livewire, Windfall, some black girl we don't know the name of, and Mist, where he said, yeah, at first he did not like his powers at all. He prayed that his powers would go away, but obviously they're a part of him. He's not going to act like he doesn't have them, so he's okay with them now. Obviously, it took some time for him to be okay with his powers, but he's okay with them now. He's able to control them. But he's not about the hero life, but he doesn't want to wear a collar at all. When Windfall said that she feels the exact same way, collars are for pets, and she's not a pet. She'll never want to wear one. Anyway, they do bring up Neutron about how he nearly killed the Flash and like nuked what's the Flash's city? It's Star City, isn't it? Nuke Star City. Yeah, obviously that was a pretty big problem. That's why he decided to wear the collar, but he doesn't want to. We go back over to the fighting. I mean, sorry, we go back over to Team Gamma. Artemis is trying to explain to the Russians that we're not here to fight. We are trying to help you. They don't believe them. Then they shoot two bazookas, the Suicide Squad, at the Red Brigade. It sends them flying. They land to the ground. Halo brings up her red shield to block all the machine gun bullets from Mala, the lasers from Black Manta, and the boomerangs from Captain Boomerang. But it's so much to where she's not going to be able to hold the shield up for too much longer. But eventually they're able to find the opening with the what's it called? With the bioship doing rank cover fire, so she's able to put down the shield, and then they can continue fighting like normal. While they're fighting, Brion takes out Captain. Beast Boy, sorry, I gotta go soon. Beast Boy takes out Captain Boomerang by ramming him in Rhino form. Brion takes out Mola's machine gun by melting it with his lava. Terra takes out Mala by. It's so funny. So she shoots a huge rock at Mala and throws him in the air. Then the giant hole pops up underground, and she grabs a rock and puts it on top of him. So now he's stuck on the ground. I know that boy was like, wait. Like he like sticks him right underground, which is hilarious. That was funny. Artemis was fighting Black Manta for a little bit. Black Manta is able to shoot her with a laser on her shoulder, but it doesn't like tear into her shoulder and like she's not bleeding. So I don't know how that happened because usually his lasers are already, the lasers. I don't know how she was able to. She didn't tank it because she's still holding her arms. She's really hurt, but I don't know how she was able to somewhat tank it to where her shoulder isn't ripped open. The two Red Brigade people were able to take out Black Manta with electricity, and they're still holding their guns up to Team Gamma. Like, what is your problem? Now, obviously, Artemis is like, "Hey, we're the good guys." The dude goes, "Wait a second. Aren't you Captain Cork?" Looking at Beast Boy. Oh my goodness. She goes, "Look, we're the good guys. We're not here to hurt you. We clearly could have hurt you anytime we wanted to because our spaceship was in camouflage form. Allow us to take these bad guys back to Bel Rev where they belong." They don't believe them. They just want to take them out. She goes, hey, if you want to capture us, that's fine. We won't resist. But it's going to be known that two different American groups were able to infiltrate your super secret Russian base without you even knowing. They both look at each other. Oh, fine, just get out of here. Fine, I don't care. Like, yeah, these guys were ridiculous, man. Like, at first, I can understand not knowing who's who, but you can clearly tell Team Gamma were the good guys, but still, nah, we're gonna sook you. Okay, okay. So we go over to the youth center, and they're practicing how to use their powers in this containment center. So Mist turns into her Mist form, and Livewire starts to activate her electricity. Now they specifically call themselves Mist and Livewire, and I don't know her real name, but she calls herself Windfall. Because she goes, "What? You have cool hero names?" Livewire goes, "Yeah, hero names." She goes, "Okay, well I am Windfall. It is the activates her meta ability, which is wind. It makes a huge wind tornado to fall herself in the sky. Now Ed tells her, okay, take it easy. Like I can tell that you have some pretty good control in your powers, but don't go too overboard. But while she's making this giant wind tornado, it sucks in mist, and then Livewire gets really mad about that and shocks her. Now she could have just said, "Hey, turn off your power." You know, you could have just said something, but no. She shoots a bunch of electricity and shocks her. She goes, "Hey, are you okay? Is this made of brat annoying you?" Windfall goes, "Brat? I'm the brat?" The dad goes, "Okay, let's settle down. We're all friends here." No, I don't think we are friends. And then, sorry, I'm trying to rush. I have to leave soon. Um, Windfall shoots some wind at Livewire in a sense her flying, but then her powers start to activate in a strange way to where instead of just producing air to do stuff, it starts to suck the air out of the room. And when it does that, obviously since it's sucking air out of the room, nobody can breathe. Ed is telling her to turn her powers off, but she says she can't. She's never done this before, and it's just constantly happening. She doesn't know what to do, and everybody's starting to choke. They can't breathe. So Ed crawls over to a Windfall with all the strength that he has, touches her foot, and teleports her and himself outside. And then she starts to cry, calling herself a monster because she nearly killed everyone. Now I can kind of understand that she almost killed everybody. She couldn't understand how to stop her powers until Ed did what he did. So yeah, it's gonna be traumatic, nearly killing some people. Livewire did do a bit too much. I mean, you didn't have to call her. You didn't have to electrocute her. Obviously, seeing Miss get sucked up, you could have been like, "Hey, turn off your powers!" Like, stop, stop. But no, you instantly electrocute her. I understand it's in the moment, emotions are high, but still, shooting electricity at someone isn't gonna feel nice. Then calling her a brat for an accident, because you saw it was an accident. You said, "Hey, turn your powers off, stupid." Yeah. So you saw it was an accident. So you didn't need to call her a brat. Like that kind of ruined it. But yeah, Windfall isn't feeling too great. I gotta look up what her real name is, but she just calls herself Windfall for right now. Let me turn the camera back on me. Oh, back on the background. Then after that, we go over to Bell Rev, and we see the three people getting put back into jail. We do get this one funny moment to where while they're putting Black Manta in jail, he goes over to Aqualad. He goes, "Son, those colors on you disgust me. They make my stomach hurl." Aqualad goes, "Well, that's good. You're not gonna be able to see these colors in prison." So after they go in, he's talking to Artemis on the comms, and he goes, "I talked to the warden of Belvrev. He says he doesn't know how this happened. He's going to talk to some higher ups." Artemis goes, "Higher ups? Higher than the warden?" Yeah, something fishy's going on. How did three convicts get out of his prison without him knowing? So we make this public? I don't really know. Oh, no, sorry. He does also ask, how did the team do? Besides from Halo, which she didn't do bad, she's just a little shaken up about what happened. But aside from her, everybody did really good, including Tara, and they both smile at each other. So then Beast Boy goes, "So we're gonna tell everybody what happened, like the public?" And Aqualad goes, "I don't know. So we really tell the public that the most impenetrable prison isn't really impenetrable?" Amanda Waller comes over. "I wouldn't really do that." Amanda Waller. So they start to have a conversation. And in the conversation, she basically reveals that, yeah, I get the prisoners out to do my dirty work. I work for I work for the government. We are getting prisoners out of here to do dirty work that we don't want to do. These prisoners are expendable, so if they die, it's whatever. If they caught, it's whatever. It's not going to be on us. And if they do die, I mean, hey, they're prisoners. They're bad guys. Who's going to care? Also, she says that I know about your little secret group. You know about my little secret group. So let's just be peaceful. Because hey, if you try to expose me, I'm gonna expose you. And the Justice League have a lot more to lose by getting exposed. So watch your back. It is really funny that in the conversation, Aqualad goes, "So you're telling me your so-called Suicide Squad is?" I mean, yeah, we all believe the audience knows that it's like the beta version of the Suicide Squad, but still, just saying that was so funny. So your little Suicide Squad, huh? Okay. Anyway, after that, they're gonna be cordial for right now. Dr. Chase gets her own laboratory like she said that she needs. We go over to Windfall. She's wearing a collar. She's crying about it. She feels really sad, but she just feels like she needs it so she doesn't hurt anybody else. Livewire and Miss doesn't want to talk to her, so they get up and leave when they're in the conference. Beast Boy is looking at the post of him saving the purse from that dude from like an episode or two ago. Dr. Chase gains a hair from the brush he was using on Halo, looking at the strand of hair for some reason. Then at the end of the episode, we see we're back at Artemis's house. Artemis is eating ice cream with Leon. Red Arrow is washing the dishes. Brienne wants to make sure that Halo is okay. She says that she is, and they need help with the dishes. So Halo goes to get up and do it, but Brienne goes, "No, no, I'll do it. You'll never know how much happy I am now that you are in my life," and kisses her on the head, which is really sweet. But then Halo starts to remember a memory from Gabrielle. So she remembers. So the reason why she was getting freaked out during the boomerang fight was because when he said, "I got a proposition for you," that's the exact same thing that that guy said that was working in the underground trading thing. He gave her a bunch of money. She agreed. She was the girl that typed in the code in the Markovia Palace to let that dude with the speedster powers in, and he's also the one that killed the mom and dad. So she's basically responsible for killing Brienne and Tara's mom and dad. And she goes, "They can never know." Then the after credit scene of the episode is Artemis's dog sleeping on the couch, and that's it. I'm sorry about that. I'm supposed to be going out of town. I gotta hurry up and pack, so I'm just pre-recording this because I'm gonna be gone Monday too. That's why I'm talking a little fast. But that's the episode for you guys today. So like, share, and subscribe. I see you all later. Thank you all for watching. I think you all later be woman human beings, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye. All right.